It's been a couple days, and that's intentional. Because I really wanted to get this right when I talk about this. It's something I think about like a lot because of the people in my life. I always think about like the veteran treatment is abhorrent. I'm not just talking just in America, like just in general. Like every veteran, and I meet a lot of veterans I know, pretty much every veteran I know, like they want to speak on veteran appreciation, but it doesn't seem like anyone does. Like every one of them is on the street, homeless, or working the same dead end jobs I am. And why? Like, I know everyone says it, but you know what these people go through? Like, let's look at America's history. Like, people had to sacrifice to get us where we are. Like, the reason you can talk crap about North Korea and all these dictators is because of these men. If they didn't stand up and fight, get hurt, and actually, like, throw down with these, like, intimidating powers like me and you would never think about opposing, or don't have the capability to, because we don't have any friends. But these men, just think about that. Everyone with social anxiety. These men had allies, people they could trust and did trust. You know how hard it is to find someone you can trust, and even more so how hard it is to be someone you can trust. And these people, like, their relationships fall apart because they're not at home, which you can blame whoever, but if you're not at home, that's just, you're not going to be as attached. Like, if I don't go to work for like a week, I'm not going to be, doesn't matter if I'm the best worker or not. It's like, oh, you again. They're going to forget. Not saying it's their fault. They're there to do a job. They're there to work. But these men in the military went above and beyond. They didn't just go to a job and work. They went to a job knowing that could be it. Like, I actually went to JROTC. I did have a squad leader. I didn't know him too well. He wasn't like a good friend. I only knew his last name, and he was a senior when I was a sophomore. And after he graduated, after a while, I heard he died in his service from flipping a Humvee. Back in the back in Afghan, I don't even remember what war. That's how long ago it was. Afghanistan. And what was that even for? Like, years later, I could probably do the research and find out what it's for, but no matter, I'm not going to, because it wasn't worth his life. Like, what did he die for? Even if I do the research, why did he have to die? Why? I get it, he flipped the Humvee, we can blame the enemies, we can blame him and her, or this and that, but if this man had survived, would he be working in a fast food restaurant? Would he be working at a movie theater? Would he be cleaning toilets? Like, when do you get your... Like, when is the hero badge? Like, if you look at all this old propaganda, these people are treated like heroes. Most accurate, I think, was Justice League, where Green Lantern got a free ice cream, and I don't remember who came up and just mocked him, like, oh, all that service for a free ice cream. And I really felt that, like, I'm not saying it's bad he gave him something for free, like, I take it a lot of people will give veterans a discount, something for free, but that's all they get. I'm not saying, like, what you did isn't worth anything, but that's it. Imagine someone tells you, hey, stay with me, fight with me. Maybe old days would be better, because at least the leader, you were close to them. Maybe you had a relationship. Even if you didn't like him, it's like, at least he's out here with me. He's got my back. I don't know, maybe, like, I did save him from an arrow. Maybe he saved me. Even if nothing happens, like, there's some vindication there. But here, we don't even know who our leader is. For example, I remember at work, everyone was mad at the manager because the company paid us late. I had to explain to them, the manager does not sign our paychecks. The dude who runs the store, he has nothing to do. He's a peon like you. What they did, though, they made him a peon, and they put him in a nice fancy uniform, so you would say... So people would think, well, that's... Yeah, you're supposed to think that's the manager, but you get what I mean. And if you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe Maybe you need some more lingual classes. I don't know. But yeah, why is that? Why are veterans, I'm gonna say it, treated like crap? I get some of them have mental problems, they're on the side of the street, but they have a mental problem because they decided to risk it all for you. Even if they failed in boot camp, even if they were like the worst soldier ever, they were they were willing to go out there. The ones that were willing to. I see a lot of videos, some soldiers give them a bad name, but I'm not going to let them ruin the people I know. I know some veterans. I know they're real ones. I know they're real Americans, and maybe that's just life. Being a real one gets you killed. It does. It gets you betrayed, killed, your rewards in the next life, whatever you want to believe that is. And if you don't believe that, I don't know what you're doing. Not hating on atheists, I can't understand. Like, if you don't believe there's anything else, what are you doing? Like, what's the goal? Why would you do anything good? Why would I? If I'm going to end up the same place as the murderer and the terrorist, if there's really no end, why would I even try to be good? I don't know, maybe say, I don't need a reason to be good. I wouldn't agree with that. Like, animals say it too. Like, they don't have a reason to be good or bad. And they're not good or bad. If an animal eats someone, they're not being evil. It's just circumstance. They're not like, haha, I got you. Well, I heard some lions look like they're mocking you, but maybe that's just... I think that lion just had predator eyes. Like, yeah, I got you. Probably look at any animal like that, but... Yeah, animals and hunting. These men were being hunted. Vietnam. You see the videos of Afghanistan camel spiders? I know 75% of y'all watching this video would retreat the minute you saw a camel spider 6 feet away. Just a little 6 feet. And that's fine. I'm not expecting you to be the spider warrior, but these guys volunteered to. I'm not gonna lie, even with the boots on and fully armed gear, I'm not getting near that camel spider. No, actually, I tolerate it standing next to me. I know not to freak out. I could probably hold it together just out of fear that if I knew I freaked out, it gets worse. But no, I couldn't do it. These people have to jump out of planes. They have to get tased. I know one guy, he was an MP. He had to get tased like a police officer in order to taser other people. It's one thing to get hurt, like, in combat, like, oh, it happened. But to stand there and be ready, anticipating... That's the worst part when someone's like, you ready? Okay, are you sure? That's the worst part, because it's like, oh, no, just do it. Don't make me anticipate, just do it. But he went through all that. And is he treated like a hero? Does he get the G.I. Joe treatment? No, they don't have no apartments. They don't have a secret base. They can't... I hate to say it's not like back in the day. Maybe that's intentional, where they don't have a base where they can get up and defend America again if necessary. Is that intentional? Is that what the quote-unquote elites want? I don't think so, because... I think they kind of depend on the people to defend them, it seems. Like, we still got Second Amendment. If you really want to be a conspiracy theorist, it's not for the people. It's for the government, then. They want you to defend them. But then why not give a reward? Like, all this money goes to other countries. I would rather the veterans that talk crap to me when I go by the store in the middle of the day get that money. I'd rather them have the whole mansion. I'd rather have old Sergeant's... I know Sergeant Slaughter was an old wrestler, but let's just pretend it's a real soldier. I'd rather have Sergeant Slaughter freaking be living in a mansion than half the people right now. Like Ellen, we see how Ellen is. Look how much she got. She lived a better life than most of the people who have earned that life. Have literally earned it and been, for one reason or another, got screwed out of it or just didn't work out. She's able to run around like... Think about it. If I were to... Let's just think about me. If I were to If I were to be wanted, I took one step away from my pursuers. They are gonna bring the hammer down. They're gonna be violent, but I would want to ask what do you have to do to get this privilege, but we know. Something disgusting. Something celebrity-wise. I mean, we condemn them, but the people who are doing right, the people who are out there defending you, working hard, like push-ups. Half of society can't do push-ups nowadays. And these soldiers do 200 a day, and what do they get? A spot outside the convenience store, maybe, if no one complains. If no one says anything, you can sit there all day. Is that how we... Think about your fantasy character. Think about Batman. You love Batman. He's your hero. Would you be okay if someone treated Batman that way? Let's pretend he's real for me. I know he's not a real guy. Or just put your father in there if you don't want to say Batman. It's like... Our heroes, we say we treat them like that in fantasy, but in reality... Our heroes don't even... It's not even thanks, bye. They don't even get acknowledged. It's like you don't even see them. The Justice League come back to applause and you save the day. Soldiers come back to... Okay, alright, your term's up. Half of them didn't get what they were promised. Like, yeah, we'll hit you up later. Like, no, treat the villains that way. I'd be okay if it was just the people in prison. Like, man, they said they were going to get me out 3 years ago. But these soldiers on the street, for years, abandoned, spat at, looked at, beaten up. I've never seen a homeless man get beaten up, except by other homeless people. But I know it happens. I can imagine it happens. I can imagine. I don't know. No, I know. Actually, I have YouTube. I know. We all can figure it out. I guess that's kind of a good thing about the internet. No, don't act like the internet's bad. We're on the internet. We're making money. It's what you make of it. The internet's bad if you make it bad. You know who I'm talking about. Let's not get into it. So yeah, I was thinking, I thought it would be a lot more coordinated, but I don't really know how else to put it. Like, these are our heroes. These are our G.I. Joes, our Wonder Women, our... What happened to female empowerment? Like, well, I guess women do have it. They're posting stuff in the army on TikTok, getting away with it. Which I don't think is a bad thing. Like, from a country's perspective, it's good propaganda. Like, their soldiers get away with that, and we still beat you. I'll always brag on America because the veterans fought for that, right? You gotta pump up America. Even if they were abandoned by it, they still gave the sacrifice. I gotta leave it between them. Leave that between the veterans and the country. Veterans told me respect it. I'm gonna respect it. What they say, they say. I'm gonna stand with the people who stood for me, which is the soldiers. If you really think about it. They have... So, speaking of which... Oh my word. But yeah, it's abhorrent. It's disgusting, like... We're treating these horrible people, these celebrities. You know they do all these horrible things. And they still pay out the wazoo, but giving $5 to a veteran, just being asked for it is too much. I'm not saying... I don't know anyone who does this, but I know some people will gas up a celebrity, give them everything. Do anything for them. But the same man who got shot in the shoulder... I talked to... It wasn't real life, but I was on, I think I was playing Battle Talent. Turns out the dude was a veteran. He was in Ukraine. He was talking about how he got shot in the shoulder, had to get treated and get back with his squad. Like, these people will get shot and get back into the fight. Most of society, hitting their shin on a table, would cry and fall over. and call for medic. That's it. You're done. Not saying I would. I'd probably take a little bit more to take me down. No, if the coffee table was hard enough. Imagine raiding a building, you bump your shin. You're going to... Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, I can't see chat. Anyone in Twitch chat, I can't see chat. Because I gotta get my laptop fixed. But yeah, any veterans out there, you're the reason I'm making this video. You're the real one. Know that people do appreciate you, but the people that appreciate you, I guess as you know, we're at the same place as you. They're just as low on society. They ain't got nothing. That $5 some people do give you, they don't even got that. They probably borrowed it from Cash App. That's what I do. Cash App borrows the worst thing that ever happened to me, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. But that's all I have to say on this, guys. I'm gonna go... Actually, I'm gonna talk to a veteran. I'm gonna hit up my old veteran friend and say... You know, just talk to him. You don't gotta get all patriotic. Just say, what's up, man? How are you doing? Let them know they're cared for. Anyway, that's it, guys. See ya.